A quick tip, I guess, for you when you're flattening chisel backs, that you just bought. This is my new Hultafors 40mm. I was up to 400 grit before I checked the bottom with my straight edge to see how I was doing. The scratch pattern looked perfect, but when I put this on my chisel, I had daylight here at the end and the heel, on both ends. And the only thing I could figure out was that my sharpening or flattening method was, I didn't have this on here. I was doing it like this, 3 fingers on the blade, and I was pushing with my hand, holding the handle and pulling back. And as I was doing that, I was tending to basically rock the chisel, I think, with more pressure out here and then more pressure back here as I was pushing forward. So I put a piece, I tried to do it this way without any sandpaper on there, and it's very difficult to move it. But once I did this, just put a piece of scrap paper on the top. That gave me all the gripping power I needed to slide this chisel back and forth over this. This is now 240. I've gone backwards to 240 again, and it didn't take me long, just a few minutes, to bring this back to just beautifully flat. I mean, it is, there's no daylight at all underneath that 6-inch ruler I'm using here. So I'm very happy with it now, and I'll continue to sharpen it this way using sandpaper and keeping pressure on the blade in the middle with 2 or 3 fingers, but both hands, and then just letting the paper do the work. And the other reason that I was able to get feedback was I put Dykem layout fluid on the back when I went to the 400, and I could see that I had, not as dark a blue as this, but light blue out here on the heel and the edge. So I knew I was doing something wrong, and now it's just perfect. So let me re-blue this one, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Alright, you can see that you put that on there, it only takes 30 seconds for that to coat the back and dry. So now let's try it again here. And you can see that that is all removed all the way back to the heel, and then just barely a little bit out there in the end. Remove this dust here. Yeah, you can see out at the tip there, it's just barely showing up there. So the method I'm using now is much better, and by the time I end up finishing this off, all that's going to disappear anyway. You can see I got a nice reflection there, even though this is just 240 grit. Quick update here. This is my 32mm. You can see now what I was talking about there. There's the heel and there's the toe. So I'll polish this one a little bit more to show you what little it takes to get that removed. Even though I am just using this is still 240, but it's pretty well used from that other chisel. Still cutting though, I think, pretty good. So I'm just putting that, like I say, just put that pressure down in the middle. Just those few strokes, and I can see the scratches coming through there. This is all about going up here. And you just have to remember this is a plane or a chisel. It's not a plane iron, but if you're gonna do it, you might as well just do it one time and get it over with. I'm pretty happy with that. This is all about just about gone. That is gone. What you're seeing there is that burr. So it doesn't take much to correct that mistake. Thanks for watching.